guys, this is MegaDragonoid, and I'm the Wicked Witch of the network. I have here my friends with me. I hope they will like it to be here. Otherwise, I have to turn them into frogs.
No!
Not if I can help it, then you are turning into a frog!
No! You are!
No, you!
No, you!
No! You!
Let's go with her then! The Wicked West of the Australia!
The Witch of Australia, but she is much more dangerous. She will make you crazy and walk naked in the neighborhoods.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Make you walk upside down.
Alright guys, it's MegaDragonoid. Sorry, we were a little bit crazy for that one.
Can you really blame us? It was so funny to start with.
Yeah, it sure was. A little witchy introduction.
The witches are introduction. Let me cast a spell on you.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, guys, I'm MegaDragonoid. The other one was Sira, and the other is Justin. Justin is from Australia. Don't know where Shira's from.
You know, from the Netherlands,
Yeah.
just like you.
True, but I was like talking more about the witchy fight.
I am from the Irish.
The Irish!
Of a real Irish witch. And by the way, a white witch.
True. Oh, that was kind of fun. Fuck, my shoulder still hurts. Man, I still feel the pain in my shoulder. Fuck. I think that will mean no VR for a while. Until it's healed. Oh.
Yeah, you're doing stunty things.
Stunty things? I have been playing Pokemon Go 2 days.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
stunty things, yes.
I have been.
That's what I'm talking about before the Witch of the West will appear.
I have been playing Pokemon Go yesterday for 6 hours straight. Walking and throwing Pokeballs the entire time.
Yeah, playing RuneScape 13 hours straight. That's a new
Oh,
record.
wow.
Oh, damn, that's long. Ooh,
Yeah.
I won't hold
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, somebody wanted to explain what happened.
Well, our Juan, one of those TV actors, got murdered, and, well, of course, Miss von Karma got shot in the right shoulder. She could not be attending in the courtroom, and now Mr. Edgeworth has returned. We are just now in the courtroom with with the Mr. Judge, Phoenix Wright, Pearly, Mia, and of course Edgeworth. And of course, the old bag hag.
The Wicked Witch of the Wicked Stand.
The Wicked Witch that is very creepy and stalking.
Yeah.
Or do I?
So yeah, it's been a really crazy weekend. Like a legit one. Oh.
I thought darkness was your ally.
Wow. Sorry, I'm just seeing something real nice on my True Achievements account.
She's still breathing in that fish bowl.
Yeah, for how many hours already?
Must it not be steaming? When she's wearing off that thing, she is like much more having wrinkles.
Well, we kind of kept her waiting in this scene for like if we're going to do it on YouTube days. She has been staying for this position for 7 days long.
Really?
Yeah, not joking.
That's horrible.
I'm trying to choke myself. Help!
I'm choking myself. How dare you for next fight to wake me up?
But yeah, let's continue. The secret information.
Dead God was from evil man. Even after could man porch one causing a huge scandal. So to do that, had Sansa's own manager to get close and drawn. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, what is top secret? You got that? Nobody else but you and me know that, okay?
Say what now?
The
defendant said his manager. What a distasteful topic for his court.
What? Nobody above gossip?
Wow.
And again, the seeing the truth never pleasant.
Never heard of that one before.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this?
Bro?
I said my line.
Well, you someone cut out after this.
bro. My bro.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter
Edgeworth.
and found that the truth the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip. But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim.
It means I have to smash this rumor once for all.
Once and for all. Sit on that line.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited right now.
Ooh. Jesus, fuck!
I thank God for nothing on your vengeful, brutal youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn the old bags with fire.
Oh. On the fire! Which on the fireplace? Burn the bitch! Burn the bitch of the hotel that caused many victims.
Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone. The danger zone. Oh, danger zone. Ow. Oh, that was my shoulder.
Welcome to the danger zone, danger zone, danger zone. Welcome to the danger zone. Hold it.
Wait.
What? I'm busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over.
I don't want to say, but this fishball in my head doesn't give me a breathing option. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Nothing.
Secret information? There's no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. If you don't hold it in my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did the old bat get such a secret piece of information? We're gonna present evidence. Wait. What? But no one else supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Mr. Oldback?
No, why are you looking at me like that? Stop that!
Witness! I hate to say, but this is how you came to acquaintance for your secret information. No, that wasn't it. It's either Sent Loda's camera. Investigation photographer Loda Hart. Oh, that sounded almost like somebody fought it.
How dare this judge? How dare this judge? Oh, poor Laura. She was just only photographer. She was just a famous photographer.
Oh, yes, I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing?
Your camera has stolen.
On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrew.
What? Outrageous ideas, you say?
No, I said impressions.
Then! Nothing with it on a piece of paper completely meaningless!
Ah, that's it! That's the note!
No, you see, this is something completely different!
Oleg, you cannot lie anymore. We
got her!
This is my top secret list of groceries to buy!
Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I always found you once, that's why! Believer, probably highest worshipper.
Whoa. Even
She's walking with an evil and God. She said to herself, and God, I'm the sidekick.
What do you want to say, Sira? Because I pressed it a little bit too fast at that moment.
She's walking with the evil and God. She said to herself, and God, I'm the sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck.
oh my god. Oh, that's mean.
I was only checking what she had written.
Yeah, you stole it.
Oh, you believe me, don't you? I'm only trying to help out like an angel I am.
Are you an angel?
You sound more like a devil from the hell!
No, she's an imp. Sneaky.
It's the only piece of paper. I've never taken anything out before.
Yeah, but you stole it, Oleg.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once.
Oh my god, this is going to be cheesy! Get it?
She looks really sorry. Should I forgive her? If I let her on her now, she will get away. I have to find some way to inflict deafening blow to this prosecution. Witness! You said there's only one thing you stole was that note. Is that correct?
Oh, why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brunt? It's this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it! And I can prove it!
Putting my credibility under my certainly again.
Miss Oldback. I don't believe that note is the only thing you stole that night.
The camera.
Miss Oldback, that note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it?
A camera?
A camera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge thing over her camera. She kept saying something like this. My sweet!
My
60
3,000, 600 camera disappeared on me.
Why, witness?
Isn't Grams? Or she isn't Grams herself.
If you have the note, then it's only logical you have the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again. Go, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for? Give it. Gimme.
That's...
What? Even if I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I'm still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people. No, you stole it.
We literally hashed the whatever things are between it.
Yep.
Basically, she stole.
She stole it.
Naughty woman.
She took it from Lotta Hart.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
Woman's bitch was caught, and that's when I noticed it said, Slime Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw it, I had no to show pictures she had taken. Naked people? I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Yeah, but you should give it back to her.
Yeah, at least take the roll, not the camera.
Bailiff, check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once.
Wait, we have to do this correctly. How does it sound when Legend of Zelda goes? Something was it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
What kind?
That
That's when you open the chest.
yeah, that one.
Oh.
That was the one I was searching for.
We found pictures from Lotta Hart's camera. Now you have evidence to go further in your court.
Court is in session again.
Court is
Well,
getting
Mr.
continued.
Edward, what do we have? There is only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Case closed. What?
A naked picture. Is it the baby? Is it the naked picture? Is it the evidence? What is it? It is a flying potato!
Please present it to the court.
Yee! Come on!
Sorry, I was
Space button! Space button!
5 hours
have to know
later.
what it
Hey, it's gonna be actually funny. Just going to black screen, then saying 5 hours later. Then we're back again.
No. 5 hours later.
I can actually just go black and then just do that.
5 hours later.
Where were we again? I can't remember.
No, that is 500 years later. Whoa, what do we have here? Oh my god.
This is the Nickel Samurai.
is it? He does not look humanoid. He does not look like human.
See, I told you that I saw.
Bro, do
No.
you see the same thing I'm seeing from the previous time we had this?
This is not the Nickel Samurai that we know
It's not the
because
same as Nickel Samurai. It's not the same. It can't be.
no, it can be because it can be a robot or a imposter.
Yeah, but first of all, what is this?
It's a picture.
No, this, legit, what this is, like, when I'm holding the mouse.
I don't see where you're holding your mouse, bro.
Oh.
We cannot see it.
It's where that rope is, like, it's flapping out.
Ah, you're talking about that thing there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
what
also
is
the
that?
pants are a bit too short.
And I don't know about you guys, but it looks
You
like
mean the pants are too long? That's why they are from a small person.
Yeah.
doesn't the original costume have buttons on it?
No, that was the ninja.
Okay. This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about the matter.
Whose butt?
You're just supposed to add it to the court record.
What does this all mean, Miss Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ongard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume. If that is the case, then this Nickel Samurai is the defendant.
I feel something is not correct.
How did it come to
People
this?
have told you that it wasn't him.
Okay, I think we're talking to each other, like, past each other, like, meow. Go ahead, bro.
How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive to your client?
Photo is really decisive, then we are done for. If we raise an objection here and blow it, then we should put Maya's life in jeopardy. Can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo had a lot of talk. There's something strange on it. There is something strange with this photo.
I knew it was coming, right?
Bro?
I knew this was coming, right? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there is nothing strange with this photo.
Okay, so that piece of front was normally, but look at it carefully.
Hmm.
Yeah, his.
Yeah, the person who's wearing it big for them. This is clearly fitting the actor properly. If it was the actor, it wouldn't be baggy. It wouldn't be baggy at all.
Yeah. That's why
So you
I
take
felt
a-
that was totally wrong. His feet doesn't fit.
It's a small person.
Yeah. Go on.
There is no way for the defense to bunk this photo even with a bunker buster.
Bunker Buster, what the hell? Bunker
Where's my
Buster?
mega sword?
Bunker Buster!
the bunker buster 5000!
Hey, the bunk with the Bunker Buster! The bunk with the Bunker Buster! Lol.
Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright?
The bunk with the Bunker Buster.
Anyway,
sounds like
please
a-
look at this photo one more time.
6 times. The bunk with the Bunker Buster. The bunk with the.
It's a tongue twister! It's a tongue twister! I like tongue twisters.
Yes.
Oh, wait, why is
The
the cable
bunk
still
with the
there?
Bunker Buster. The bunk with the. Oh, there it goes again.
Go ahead.
If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct?
Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. If there's any heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot? Especially when it counts. Well, actually, it is a good photo.
Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange?
I would like you to directly to the court's attention to this area right here.
What are you pointing to? His ankle?
If you can see this person's ankles, that should be one thing. However, you can't.
And what does that mean?
The costume person in this photo couldn't have been Mr. Unguarded.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, fuck! Even that movement! Oh, normally I can do it really good, but now it's like legit injuring my arm. Oh. I can't do that movement anymore. Oh. I can only do it like this. I can't use my sword anymore for it. Oh. Oh. I hate my shoulder now.
I wonder if you would care to elaborate. Actual facts, that is.
Let's take a good look at the Nickel Samurai poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the Hakama.
His socks. You can see his socks.
You don't say.
Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding the Hakayama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. This person inside the costume is clearly much shorter than a defendant. Alright, I think I have turned things around for myself this time.
It's curious.
Huh? What is?
Traders unusually calm today.
That's true.
He's just letting the trail run itself. As if he only along for the ride.
Along for the ride? What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
Doesn't feel under attack? Why, I haven't damaged his... I haven't damaged his case at all?
Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not Matt on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this.
What?
Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside his costume is not Matt on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of?
My brother.
I just wish it was true. Who in the person wearing Nicholas Summer costume?
Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. On my big boobs. What you should be focusing on is Mr. Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think?
Yeah, why is he so calm?
Mr. Wright, let's hear your full.
A quick moment.
Bingus!
Pingus!
I'm
Bingus.
gonna take Raven out for a moment, guys. Okay?
Okay, we're taking a short break, then I can get some grub.
Put it up.
Well, guys, we're back again. Sorry, it took a bit.
You can skip it.
Yeah, I took a little bit of a little short break. I'm still making food, and I put some. What do you call it again, Sira? Tiger balsam?
Tiger balsam for your muscles.
Yeah, it's a little bit on my shoulder right now, so it's on my clothes a bit.
That's not good.
Yeah, I know. I need to wash it afterwards, but I can't really sneak it in front of the screen, so that's the problem. So I prefer.
Yeah, for nude.
Yep.
For people.
Because they can get the weird impressions.
Getting the wrong impressions.
There you go, bro. Your turn.
Who is this
Who is the
person?
person in his photograph?
Who is this person in this photograph?
Is that? Okay, that happened good. It's her! No, it's not. But who do you think, guys, it's in there? It can be old Granny because she was.
She was the one who took the picture, wasn't he? Wasn't she?
No, that was Lola.
No, that was Laura.
And it can be Pearl because she was with us. Maya was.
Kidnapped.
Yep. The Gumshoe was.
Well, Gumshoe wouldn't do it. He's a detective.
From
Yeah.
Karma, I'm not sure because she's now in the hospital.
She's in the hospital. Edward is not.
And he was
Ah.
he was kind of in the where we could all eat. Lola was
Yeah.
kind of the photo. He's been killed. He was apparently what I was saying asleep at the time. She is dead. Can only be her. Because we haven't heard in her entire story.
Adrian Andrews.
Moment, there's another message. Stop messaging people!
Is there also a difference between the hairline? That it's her, perhaps it's also her.
Hey, good suggestion. If you want to know who that Nico Samurai is none other than this woman.
And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her?
Oh. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun with her. I'll see why.
How many offsprings yet? I can't remember how many I've had.
Starters, she's a shorty. Who you calling shorty?
For starters, she's short.
Two.
Hey, who are you calling shorty?
And
Shorty do this?
she can move freely in and out of Unguarded's room. Finally, she had dinner with Unguarded that night.
Who are you calling shorty? Shorty do this? Shorty do that? I will show you what a shorty can do.
And how does that all add up?
It means that it's very easy for her to get a certain item. A knife with Miss Unguarded's fingerprints all over it.
The knife that was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you say what you want, Mr. Wright?
I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around.
Returning the tables.
The defense moved to indict Miss Andrews in the murder of Joan Cordia. This is Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Objection!
Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit an unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony.
Alright, this is it.
This is kind of bad for us.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Adrian Anders is summoned to court as a witness, the mystery in the trial will go on for another day.
One other day? Yeah! I don't get a verdict today, then Maya.
Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony.
What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the... Look. It's not saying what I'm supposed to do!
Okay, be right back.
I think you need to raise an objection. Now then.
Please, Your Honor, continue to the trial. We must pass the verdict today.
I can't do that. Nope, I didn't get a chance to speak. I abhor wasting such valuable time.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request that you please continue today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Tisk tisk. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to I don't even know how to say that one. Subpoena Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
What? Oh, thank goodness. What is the statement of your... What is... Oh wait, that's yours, sorry. Kind of
Okay.
old hand.
What is the meaning of your statement, Miss Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecutor's lobby. She is the next witness.
Huh? Everything was planned out in advance by that man?
I think Sira's on AFK.
Oh, we can wait for her if we want.
Okay.
I'm back. Whew.
Next.
Somehow, I knew there was no way Edgewood would overlook Miss Andrews.
I got my food.
Looks like this battle is far from over.
Exactly. Very well.
How does it able to
We
happen?
will record the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Miss Page.
What was the right choice for Danny?
We raise an objection.
Okay.
The court will now take a 10-minute recess.
Close call.
To be continued. Save your points and save your progress.
Oh, definitely doing that.
March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way, not cool and collected Adrian.
She's your manager, it will be very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who can easily access to the knife you used at dinner was her.
So after the ceremony during the break, I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
These you should have also easily planted that blood-covered button Yokoyama.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up. Then, dude, you're saying it was really her?
Yes, he is the real killer. He was the one who murdered John Cordia.
But why? I thought she was buds with Juan.
She has her own agenda.
Her own agenda? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you will see by the time of this trial's over. Be alright, I can acquit it by the end of today.
Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze, okay, Mr. Lawyer dude?
Phoenix. Mama tits. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right? Oh, why have she wear that clothes? Oh my god!
I don't know.
Her tits
Yes.
are coming out.
Miss Andrews dependent on Miss Impact as her strength and reason to live. Give me a moment. Getting dark enough so I can give a little more light to myself.
There we go.
But then the Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. Sounded like she left a suicide note that and the person thought they were hiding it.
Is Juan Correa the victim of this murder?
Turn my screen a bit. There we go, much better.
That's why I think Miss Andrews was close to Scordia. I'll get back the suicide, get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
Huh? What?
Who was it in the first told us about their relationship? Better stated Miss Andrews to be issues with regard to Miss Impacts.
Was Edgeworth?
Looks like he's still in the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. Man, that boobs.
Yep. Here we go again. Round court 2.
March 22nd at 2:25 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Oh, guys, I have to do something really quick. I'm gonna give him somebody streaming. It's basically my community manager.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of a follow and a watch. Well, follow. He already has my follow, but
Get my picture. Nice.
Butcher? What happened?
shut up. Dude. Not sure if my capture card run out, so I'm gonna
Deactivate it.
reactivate it.
Gonna put one ear on.
Only. Okay, we're ready. Let's continue.
Righto. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. I actually don't know how to pronounce that word myself.
It's okay.
Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corridor's room. What is your occupation?
I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Engard.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. And I would love to find out about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of the Southern Weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never gossip land.
If the judge was ever a prosecuted witness, he will do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation with the victim.
Bless
Yes,
you.
I was seeing Mr. Corrida. Thank you. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But it was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing.
But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that.
I think there's someone who would be back to differ.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
It wasn't the time for the show to start when I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there he was, his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt it too. It was about to faint. I poured myself a glass of juice.
She poured it after she found the body?
Too awkward.
So, yeah, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch a thing at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing.
Bro?
Sure?
And that is when the fingerprints in the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Pune. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid hat and confrontations. You should disturb her patching.
Rather patching?
She's the type of woman who can easily thrown by the things in consonant with her thinking. So you have to attack when she at least expects it. The instant you will let up your officers is instead this trial is over, understand?
Yeah, we do understand.
But we got a guide. You were in shock?
What? Was I not supposed to be?
Andrew is a very calculated person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had a romantic feeling for Miss Cordia.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked.
And I don't think the beautiful has anything to do with being shocked or not.
I see.
What I saw was that you're exact. I felt through what about the faint. I poured myself a glass of juice.
Juice?
Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
Who drinks tomato juice?
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There were no lip marks left on this wine glass, to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it.
Miss Andrews, I'd like to confirm that you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of John Corder, you were in great shock. That's why you poured yourself a glass of juice, correct?
What? My mind really, I was a complete blank at the time.
Your mind was a complete blank? I don't think that was possible for you.
Aren't you rude today? So I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake, that one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind, it's no big deal.
What was he starting to say just now? Miss Andrews, I'm confident that you said something that you made a mistake. Scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what is this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry, it is just a kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Nope. Contradiction.
Yeah?
Take a look.
Yeah, she couldn't have tipped the vase over while pouring the drink because the drink's also there as well.
No, no, no. She put the drink there. She knocked over the vase by accident, she said. But if
Right.
that's the case, look at the suitcase.
Or basically the guitar case.
It's open.
But
Right.
what does it say here?
There is some water, but only on. Oh,
Very
water fell
suspicious.
from the vase, right?
Seeing the problem?
So she would have to have opened the case for some reason. Why would she open the case?
Yeah, but she didn't. She didn't say that. Weird.
I'm a little bit confused too. A flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the shrine photo?
Here we go again.
This mess of glass shards.
It was originally on top of the dresser. But when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell into the guitar case. Yeah, case.
Hold a minute.
Bleh.
Hold a minute. Elbow? That means it's supposed to be on the back and not on the front of the case.
Did she took the guitar?
Here are contradictions I'm seeing.
Wasn't supposed that the suicide note was in the guitar? That is gone now?
Yeah,
Because he didn't hold the guitar?
yeah.
Maybe the reason there is a suicide note inside of the guitar.
Yeah.
You can hit many things in cases like that, you know,
Bro.
into music stuff like that.
I know what you mean.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry, I thought that since the crime scene was already in this area, the people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess.
It looks like yet another fact has light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. I was the one who knocked the flower vase over where it fell into the guitar case.
Who wants to say it?
Objection!
You testified that you knocked over the flower case over, is that correct?
Yes.
You sure it fell on to the guitar case?
Is there a problem with what I said?
It's not some problem, it's a major problem. If that's true, the top of the guitar case was wet and with water. However, exactly what is so strange? Miss Andrews testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that's true, the case should have gone wet on the inside, not the outside.
That's very true.
Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case.
I was already
What is
bit.
that?
It's kind of funny that I was better on on this little portion of the case without even trying to think about it. Am I right?
Hmm.
Take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the face are scattered on the floor.
And what is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was opened and fell when the face fell, the guard shard should be inside, not outside the case.
What is your point, right? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all?
Now think back what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the face, he didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all.
It might be very well, but however, antique guitar case seemed to be no relevant to this case, does it?
It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Me?
Yeah. I have to kind of do this. Little starts to load up, finally. Pain anymore. The antique guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece. Puzzle.
Heh, I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you.
Can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Give me a moment.
Oh, I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazzled. I suppose I must be opening the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point. This wastefulness is such a comforting.
Anyway, I just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using anyway to change the topic, I can conveniently escape for a weak man.
Depends on what you call weak.
There's no way you were one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear. You have to go back to school if you want to learn this lawsuit business.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
Because the only fingerprints on this case are those of the victims.
Uh,
What is it, Miss Andrews?
Shouldn't assume that I must have left fingerprint just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony.
Whoa. There's another contradiction here happening. That can be true.
Look at this. If her fingerprints on this, but not on this, how can she wear gloves between those shirts? Oops. Between
You've got
those
a point
two.
there. Why have fingerprints on one thing but not on? Yeah.
No.
So of course I dressed up for that occasion. I remember. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems Windows was wearing gloves at the end.
You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that I prove that I was not wearing gloves at the time?
Do I have to say more?
I think you're right, bro. If she really did pour herself that drink, she wouldn't have taken the time to take off her gloves.
I have proof right here. This wine glass.
The wine glass?
You leave your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice. Wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? You put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
Okay, that was pretty cool.
It's like,
Fuck, I broke my glasses. Let's put a new one on.
that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. Order! Order! Order!
Ow.
Oh, looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
Huh? What do you mean?
I believe the guitar case plays a very important role here.
It's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty though.
The bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all your presumptions.
Presumption. Presumption.
What in the guitar case? was not the bright red guitar. The suicide note!
Yeah. Wait, don't you mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to... So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
Objection, my dear Watson. No, Your Honor, please recall that vendors had to testify the face fell onto the guitar case. Means the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it's wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I'm sure this guitar case was somehow relevant relation to this case.
If you are so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second. Brightwood guitar was not the only thing that should have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing. You don't mean to suggest that...
He's saying the same thing! He wanted to say a black guitar!
Not empty. Is that it, right?
You wanted to say black guitar, I was wanted to say white guitar! Oh, it's going crazy!
Before you know it was a blue guitar.
And then was it a purple wait.
A pink.
No, how do you say that?
Pink.
Pimple
Purple.
bars with gold.
Pimple purple with gold coating on it.
A ladybug guitar. A Catwoman guitar.
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder?
Ah! Shut up! You scared me the hell out. Contine sunrise.
I'm just going for this.
Sure.
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what's more important is what is in the picture, Your Honor.
In this picture,
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Ninko Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
what? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go all back to the start of the case. Was it in the...
It's supposed to be the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something.
Or was that the other person?
No, it was the Nickel Samurai. And if we remember...
Our dear friend, that is the so-called the killer, didn't knew about anything at all.
Because he's stupid.
No, he even said that like his manager didn't knew either. There was nothing planned. But why was there he having a spare suit?
Huh. I'm figuring something out.
You might be right, bro.
Yeah. You say this, Lime Bro?
What insane point would there be to doing something like that?
That insane point will be to wear the costume, of course. Then just put it on to hide her identity so she can make her escape. Well, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, wouldn't you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo? Order! Order! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
Nice job, Phonix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guard. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of place. True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, I can hear your voice. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
Mr. Aaron didn't took his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose. But why? The victim, Mr. Kuroda, was the Yummy Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai's spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And there lies the stinking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any?
No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. And suddenly I hear myself echoing. Weird.
Yeah.
Why do you think the victim had the nickel bear costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and don't answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Right, this is what I think. Reason why the victim brought the Nico Samurai spear
was...
Suicide note.
Why?
What is it?
Can only be this because I'm not getting any other answers.
Okay, it can only be this.
What is this?
Yeah?
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, Nico Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nico Samurai was supposed to confess something to the conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange, it was that Mr. Engard himself said he had no idea what was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was a setup. By none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Condorio herself.
The victim?
Yes. Spare Nico Samurai costume was prepared for a very conference. Condorio was going to hold a press conference as the Nico Samurai.
He was going to dress up as Nicholas Conf. Bro? Danny,
Yeah, I'm here.
what happened?
I was just talking.
Okay. Well, I said my line. But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I'm concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference.
Oh. You sort of went ahead with...
Oh, sorry, I did it by accident. Sorry, bro.
And by confess, I'd wager about himself.
It's me and John Correa posing as the Nico Samurai. It's going to speak about Mangada.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean. But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
Sira?
Miss Andrews?
I can't see why you are pros and what you do. What you do.
Pardon me?
You, just as you say, the press conference was a setup by Juan.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the seconded costume for him, that was also me.
Whoa,
You.
what the fuck?
I guess the question is why?
Yeah.
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt is going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
Like somehow Juan had his hands a secret so powerful that would destroy Matt's acting career had been revealed.
What?
And do you know what this secret of Mr. Unga is?
That's something only Juan knew. I didn't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
Hold a minute. If you're supposed to be the manager, does it supposed to mean you know it?
He wasn't Joanne's manager.
I want to like figure this out. I want to finish this trial at least, so we know about Maya.
I probably been coming off quite suspicious to anyone, but it's also expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all.
Protect Mr. Ngada?
And yet again, another strange bit of truth cited. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand. Oh, when I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Joanna no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was going to time up the murderer. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and a knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt I had to protect him. My dog has arrived!
Hey, doggy.
And so is mine. She just came walking in, so growled to get my attention, I think.
Well, I am the logical type. We are finally seeing her true self. Okay, she is more nervous than a scared rabbit. At least not a guinea pig, like wee!
Group.
If the defense can find no, I am ready. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine me.
Like somehow has everything swung up the opposite end of the scale again. That means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
Oh. Hold it. Take that.
You say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own.
Ugh.
If you want to prove that somebody did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
A motive, an opportunity to commit a crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think those 3 are true, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix.
They didn't teach you that was school, at least not from what I remember.
Maybe I continue now?
Sure, my dear Bima Watson.
Oh, my muzzle feels a lot.
Mover now.
Matt had to kill Juan, I thought.
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. Fingerprints on the knife could very well be very clever camouflage.
Then what about the button?
Button?
Clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murder fought. And during the fight, the Ripper killed the button, ripped the button from Jam and Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the police of Matt Hakama, isn't that correct? Look at what makes it very decisive evidence.
Ugh.
Oh.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Miss.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can gracefully accept his defeat. Oh, Hmm.
We're talking about Phoenix Wright here. He never.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
What an icy stare. Yes.
Bro?
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's, please add this information to your testimony.
The button was torn off in a fight with Matt.
Objection!
Objection.
This is the victim's apology report. Clearly states that the cause of death was a patient by the scarf.
Strangulation?
Knife stab was the victim's was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button had its victim's butt on it, which means it was ripped off its costume when...
After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Exactly, which means... It's impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle. Because the victim was strangled to death in the fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There's no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. This button was constantly pulled off the victim's already dead body. Wow.
What is the meaning of this, Wright?
Justin was like going for order, 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 and suddenly he gets interrupted by himself by objection! Two Justin's in the room! Ah!
So what if the button was torn off the body after died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did it serve?
What purpose?
We know this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murder took time and effort, purposely ripped this from the victim's body. That will mean that the murder had something in mind.
Mr. Wright, does this mean... Does this mean you know what the murderer was? What was it?
To pin the crime on Angora!
And everything fell down.
There was only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Miss Angora.
Ooh.
Damn it, it keeps falling! What? Grandpa, stop ghosting, will ya?
I don't think it's your granddad.
Grandma?
Not her either.
Who then?
You guinea pigs.
We're guinea pigs then.
Yeah, the guinea pigs, the ones that are in heaven are just running around and pushing everyone thing away, you know? empty bottles.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, they want it squeeze around.
There's no one anyway who would put a bloody button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. Ngata was set up. By the real killer, of course.
And the real murderer is...
And the real murderer? Well, Miss Wright, who in the world is the real killer then?
Finally. I can't believe I managed to do this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person that framed Mr. Angada was...
God, man.
Miss Raynon Andrews. I choose you. You are Mr. Cordea's killer!
I choose you! I choose you!
I choose you,
He's
Mr.
not a bloody Pokemon!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Order, order, order! Mr. Wright! This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence that...
Do I have evidence?
Any evidence? All the evidence points to Miss Andreas.
How preposterous! You can't stick any of that on me!
I can't, can I? You care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion on Mr. Angada naturally. The knife was covered in the defendant's fingerprints could be taken from his room. Only one who had been it with him knew which knife to take was you. And the new glasses.
Then what about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama?
That button was removed from the victim's body after he already died. The only people who could have done were the person who found his body or the killer. However, Miss Angada was the real... If Mr. Angada was the real killer, there's no way he could have been in the incredible evidence in his own Yakayama. And new pair of glasses. That's number 3 already. No, wait, number 4. The only person who could have done this button in Angada Yakayama is the person who went to wake him up from his nap. Which is you yet again, Miss Andrews.
I see. What about the empty guitar case?
That's also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews.
Ooh.
The costume was used to hide the real killers, and they fled to the crime scene. Now, who should have done that? That there was such a costume inside the guitar case would have been the person who prepared the costume victim. That person is you, Miss Andreas.
No, I...
She's losing it! She's losing it!
But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's right.
That's because he didn't intend on leaving any prints. If anyone found out that had touched the case, they would have asked her why. To avoid leaving any prints, he used a towel or something else to open it up. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Sanders purposely left her fingerprints on the glass, showed that, yes, indeed, because the classy dazzled discovered dead body. Number 5. And on top of that, there is his photo. Photo of the killer that, as they were in the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this is Nico Samurai is Mr. Unguarded. Could be much shorter for his own costume if it was him.
Oh!
Got her now.
Speaking how tall people are, Miss Andrews, why are you so kind of short of stature are you not?
Stature.
But please, stop! I think I know.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I got her this time.
Oh,
Miss Andrews.
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There is a law. It says I can be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
How convenient. Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss. The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination by allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What? The fifth is not something most people would think doing on the spot. Actually, back to yesterday in Carter's room.
Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we had just discussed. Understood? All right.
That's it. That's when Francesca planted this plan into her head. Must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things look bad.
You did a good job proving everything up this point, Phoenix.
Bless you again.
Thank you. But there is still one thing you haven't done.
I haven't done.
Justino!
What's wrong, Wright? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence? What is so humorous, Miss? I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What is the meaning of this with this meaningless?
What?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to provide a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact wish to murder Mr. Corda. Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Corda?
I believe this may lead me to the incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so or maybe not. There is nothing to prove in either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No, she's taking that fun attitude again. Yeah, what should we do?
Somehow, we landed in the worst possible situation.
I think we have reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she actually has not been fully substantiated. True.
But that's not true.
In this situation, there is only one thing we can do, and that is to declare a recess.
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense go into this matter, and at tomorrow's trial.
Tomorrow. Can't have a tomorrow.
We don't have it tomorrow.
We don't get a not guilty verdict today, then. Please wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. Trial. Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, see?
That's not it. Isn't about that. Edgeworth, you know who... I know you know who the real killer is. Please.
Oh, sorry.
Please let the trial continue. If I don't get a verdict, Maya...
But it's impossible to continue us on test.
Will be a record.
Now then, this court is... It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you... It's true, Miss Andrews knows the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of conversation was something unrelated to what she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony. Well, yes, that is very true. But actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yeah, I was so thirsty. Yes, and...
I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds body, they are shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice.
Yeah, so my actions were unusual, but I've already...
Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a behind your actions, I would like you to testify to the effect.
Testify?
Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again as to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this way implicate the witness.
I don't know what it is about Atro today, but I can get a good read off of him. If he's a friend or foe, I just don't know.
It sounds almost like a little riddle or a rhyme.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
Ah. The glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, I thought he was dead. Didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went pour him some juice. Then I realized that he was dead. Then I was knocked the flower vase over. Makes sense.
So you poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your early...
I didn't think I needed to include something to travail. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with the testimony, there is nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what in the heck is going on? That brain of yours.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Fast forwarding. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though you is what you saw when you discovered the body.
What is the meaning of this?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Miss Cordelia's chest. Anyone as he describes you immediately thought that it was a dead man.
Well, you see...
I doubt a single person in the world will have mistaken this for someone who fainted. If suddenly Miss Cordelia will pour something in to drink.
Your point is?
Miss Andrews, testimony just now. It was one big, giant lie! Sorry, I wanted to add big. 6. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly. That you are the real killer.
Ugh.
Oh, she's been yelling a lot. No!
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews, try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you.
It was Matt! I swear, he's the one who killed Juan.
You're the one who were refusing to testify. The reason to do not doing so was that you might help incriminating yourself.
That's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance.
Someone is forcing her
What
to say
exactly
this.
are you hiding that may incriminate you?
Something is hiding. She's hiding something.
Yeah.
I refuse to testify. Could it be that butler that we saw before?
It can be possible. Then there's no... Oh wait, there's your blind bro. My bad.
Then there is no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Ungard's innocence has been clearly demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last?
What's wrong, Phoenix?
Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Ungard.
There is something wrong.
What? Edgeworth, you dick!
There is something wrong with this.
Yeah, I do agree.
It can't be the robot that is.
There is no robot.
But the butler then, that kidnapped Maya. Is
Yeah,
he not?
I'm not
He
sure.
can be. He
Go
can
ahead.
be He can be programmed by somebody that make. That's possible.
It is possible. Go ahead, bro.
Your Honor, the prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass down a verdict at this time. What? The reason is quite simple. This witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
Oh, great.
The absolute real truth. What are you? Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head. But as long as you protect yourself through your silence, Mat Angad will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you. Wait a second. I was told if I spoke that it would be all over and Matt would be never be declared guilty. Wait a second.
What in the world is she talking about? Has he lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared. It's Franziska von Gama.
Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly into the words of another. Because she doesn't have any strength to believe in herself.
And right now, Andrews is... says he was tossed a lifesaver by Miss...
No. That is Mia's line. Don't say a word. No matter what happens, if you do, Matt and Graf will be acquitted. Miss Andrews indignantly believes in those words right now and claiming into them.
What should we do? It's the first time I have ever come across like this. It's from as Miss Andrews had to be a killer, right? What we have to do now is get our guilty and so opportunity.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you. Please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help, please. Someone help me.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
The court can't continue on like this. Therefore, I'd like to hear what you intend to do.
What I intend to do, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right, I suggest you think very carefully. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Mastermind. This one is so good. Back to the one crying out.
The one that have no emotions. Of course.
What do you think?
Come now, what will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix, right?
You sure you want to answer that? Danny?
Well, it doesn't matter which side I'm actually picking.
Okay.
Really?
He's saying that, so I'm letting you guys pick. Like,
Oh,
where's-
just testify.
I'm thinking testify too, but because we want to know who's the real killer now.
Yeah. What stay in the courtroom stays in the courtroom.
You have to win a complete argument today. There's no way around that. But you can bring yourself to like this. Sees me. Sanders, I'd like to know what you are really hiding.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Sure, Mr. Angara will get Hedrick. This place, found guilty. This, you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet, how dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that Fence's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame.
Huh?
I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Andrews, since you absolutely fine, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this in court.
Stop!
Mr. Edgeworth,
Making it worse. We're breaking her.
this witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to...
Oh, stop! Please stop!
No matter how much you want to hide it, I have the evidence right here.
That's...
It's the second part of the suicide report. Attempting suicide report.
What will you do now? Wait,
Go, Edgeworth. Go, Edgeworth. Go,
you
Edgeworth.
know what I am about to do, don't you? I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
Secret of her ending nature. Other people. But scares her more than else in the world.
Please. I beg you. If people find out. If people find out, I...
If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
It's worth. So cool.
However, before you die, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. So, will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me.
I talk, please help me. Nothing matters anymore. My crime. When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made the dash back in Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juwan's dead body with a knife and rev up the button. Just when I finished and it was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of coincidence. And that's why I ended up using the nickel samurai costume. Stab the body.
Stab the body with the knife. But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? The blame of certain person. A certainly cowardly man.
What do you mean by all this? It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
Real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a man. I never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
This time?
So Miss Andrews stabbed Vic. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for. And this is her crime.
How is this possible? Is Andrew supposed to be the murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence cross-examination.
But you could tell from the state of the room, it must have been a fight. Telling the truth, saw that it know that.
He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is part of the German ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it. It was strange. His hat was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and then went to pour the juice.
But this plan you had.
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because Juwan, he was going to expose Matt's weakest weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juwan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin the crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of
Bro?
I said my line.
The first thing that came in mind was to plant the knife.
It was where you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner has fingerprints all over it. I thought it was used that then the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on all the time. I slipped in, took the knife and returned to the scene of the crime.
You were the one that stabbed the victim with.
Gives me goosebumps to think about it now. What a horrible thing I did. But At the time, I couldn't control my own body. I moved it on its own. Then, then I stepped you on that body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you fought to fit one of planted in Miss Onga.
That's what I had planned to do. But things never got that smoothly, do they?
As convenience.
There was a woman camped at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lola.
There was also a woman with a way gun already, parsing back and forth.
That must be old hack for you.
Sorry, couldn't help it.
I had already been caught on making a big scoop for certain weeks Templar once. I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again.
We're the one preparing that costume work.
I took it from Glibble Studios. I also put it in George's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear that costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is this secret?
That he isn't dumb, but that programmed the robot to kidnap Maya, so he is unguiltiness.
I'm not sure.
That I
How do
don't
we know the
know.
gun's a robot?
The butler.
Yeah, how do we know the butler's a robot?
You see his half face, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's a robot. It could just be
It
his
can be
car.
possible. That I don't know. It is possible. I don't know. My theory
Well?
can be correct. Donnie! Danny!
Danny.
Yeah, yeah.
What's wrong?
I was just searching something.
Anyway, I thought that if I were leave Juan's room in Nick's samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So, after that, you went back to Mr. God's room and landed the button.
Matt's Hakama, yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word, what does all this mean?
Mr. Atwood, is it?
Hmm.
The real criminal is Matt Angrod. Yesterday, that woman persecutor sat me down for a talk.
Seska.
She said if I should under no circumstances confess to what I had done, that if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words. Dot 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 dot.
What is this? What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she's not the real killer.
Wait, Your Honor.
Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. Cross-examination of this witness.
Sorry, I will.
You couldn't establish that the witness was the culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright.
But
Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under questioning. Understood, Your Honor. Prosecution will arrange for her. That is all. Course is adjourned today. Oh boy.
Empty seat.
oh fuck. Today's trial. It's over. And winner for Alex.
Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Sira?
Here! Hello?
Sira?
I'm here!
Oh.
Before you leave court today, I wanted to highlight one thing. The card in your hand, it's had my interest for quite some time now. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this shell one. Although I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in a room on that day.
That day?
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body. It was lying there right next to him.
Found that card next.
I suppose I must have
Unconsciously.
unconsciously slipped into my pocket. But it's not as if a card is any relevance in John's murder, right?
Strange card. Okay. See what?
Witness, that card. Give it to me. Hurry. Do you have any idea what you have stupidly yet inadvertently done? This? I can't believe you hid this from me all this time.
I didn't mean to! What is this all about?
Never seen it so emotional before. Alright, what's it? What is it?
What the hell?
Boyo, 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 boyo. interesting turn of
The
events.
hell happened?
I don't know.
Something about that card freaked him out. Big time.
The card, give it to me, give it to me, gimme.
Well,
I
we can
wonder if
we
it's
can
a
talk.
secret message, perhaps.
But we can like keep it on a cliffhanger, which actually will be the best choice because we're already way over time.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock p.m.
Yeah, and almost like 3 hours recording in this one.
Nice.
And it's midnight for me.
Yeah.
Midnight. So next week.
Yep. Same time. Well, kind of same time.
Well, much more than 3 hours before. Okay.
So yeah.
What the hell?
We'll have to continue this another time, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week.
So yeah, guys, if you liked the content so far, feel free to comment below, a like, and follow what you prefer. Choice. You can also go to twitch.tv/MegaDragonoid or dvr.com/MegaDragonoid where I'll post my art, which is basically my stream place. And if you want to go to Shira's,
To DeviantArt, you go to Sira the Hedgehog, and for YouTube, to Princess Sira.
Justin's,
My YouTube is Just Parodies. My Twitch is Just Parodies Minor, and my DVR is Dr. Chester First.
and if you have a hard time finding them, you can just go to my YouTube page and you basically see their names on the right. So it's really easy to figure it out. So have a nice day, have a nice week. Peace, my Dragonites.
Peace.
Bye!